Income tax will increase for many people in the United Kingdom and energy bills will rise next year. Local authorities have been told they can increase council tax. The UK budget plan will leave many people and the services they rely on struggling to cope.
Sarah and Paul live with their 2 sons. They are one of millions of families who in the next 2 years will see the biggest fall in their household disposable income on record.
Really worried about the future. Things are getting more and more expensive. We go to the shop, we go to for a normal everyday shop, which used to be about maybe £20–30 for a family of 2 kids and 2 adults, is now turned into £70.
We are just living just on the breadline. You know, we shop so carefully.
As their finances are so tight, they're really worried about a rise in council tax, which could now go up by 5%. What impact would that have?
Terrible. It's a massive addition, a cost onto what already is a difficult time to, before you even got your food, groceries and everything else you need to spend. Without that, on top of that, it's just adding more pressure.
It's terrifying, and nobody's got any extra money to find at the moment, and councils will implement this 5% increase, and it's going to be so detrimental to people because nobody's getting any more money.
A few miles down the road in Sheffield, the council here is facing surging costs. A rise in council tax might not be enough to stave off further cuts here.
Communities like these have already borne the brunt of years of public sector cuts, and councils have seen a reduction in the amount of grants they get from central government by nearly 40% since 2010, and this budget looks set to make things even tighter.
Louise Askew helps run this community centre that provides help and support to the local area. She's worried that a rise in council tax will squeeze already struggling families.
This community is a working community. A lot of these people work, and you earn what you earn. Where do you find that extra money from to pay for these services? Where do you find that money? It's just not there. So that means that people then live in poverty.
There's an art class going on down the corridor. While the Chancellor has found more money for benefits and pensions, some here are still worried.
People are struggling to buy food now, so where are they going to get the extra money from to pay the council tax? And these people not going to pay the council tax and ending court putting more and more debt on them. So it's a vicious circle.
There's people out here who can't afford it, and that's not fair for them.
For more than a decade, many communities have suffered from public sector cuts. Add to that rising inflation and the cost of living crisis, and for millions of people, the storm is far from over.